I'm Greg Miller from kindafunny.com, and you're listening to Podcast X, Y, and Z.
What's up, my people?
Yo, guys.
Welcome to Podcast X, Y, and Z, the world's number fun video game podcast. I'm Caleb Pearson. To my right,
Andrew
Matthew.
I kind of like when you say my name, and I feel like I started to say my name, then I was like, no, I like you saying my name.
I was going to say it anyway.
I know,
and
you
I always will. How you doing, man?
I'm good and bad. I'm bad because UVA lost in basketball.
Yeah.
But I'm good because the Patriots are going.
Is the mug in the... Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, boys.
Zion Williamson is a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, man.
He dropped 70 points. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah?
Life is good, man.
Life
is
good.
busy, but good.
We got a lot on our docket again.
I love video games.
I do,
They're
too.
so fun.
That's what I do. I play video games.
And I know things. It's the play on the... I read books and I know things, right? That's the Tyrion Game of Thrones quote.
You have that poster, don't you? No.
Yeah. No, I do.
Oh,
I do.
Okay.
I definitely do. For those of you that don't know, we run Media Interactive.
That's us.
And this is our weekly podcast, X, Y, and Z, where we talk about all things Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo.
Whoop, whoop. PC.
No, go ahead. Not PC. But we have
We're trying
a PC.
to include.
We have some gamers in the chat.
We're trying to be inclusive. 2019.
We put together a campaign made up of news story missions that we go through that are noteworthy that we'd like to discuss. And for those watching us live on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. You can shout each other out, make yourself known in the chat if you'd like, or watch in silence.
Shouldn't you shout out our patrons? Isn't that your part?
I'm gonna shout them out.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wanted to say, if you're watching live, because this isn't the main thing, believe it or not. I think that's the misconception.
Yeah.
I like the HD audio that goes up.
Yeah.
With our friend Greg Miller from Kinda Funny's intro. That's my favorite thing.
Boy.
But this is like a you get to, it's almost a behind the scenes kind of vibe.
It's live.
But if you're live on the chat, you can throw in a side quest, which is basically we go on a tangent and talk about anything fun.
Live from Tuesday night.
Live from Tuesday night.
Live
it's
from
podcast
New York
X, Y, and
City.
Z.
Live.
Live from Winchester. Shout out, though, to those that are live in the chat and our patrons, Andrew, over at patreon.com/Media Interactive. All sorts of exclusive perks, including giveaways and stuff. They are as follows. Josh Crowley, Jonah, Silas, Suzanne, Rosser, Jake, Brendan, Jonathan, Alex, Jay Kirby, Ryan, Sam, Zan the Man Xander, George, Harry, and... shout out to Derek Lyons, a YouTube partner of ours, and is Roro in the building, Andrew?
Roro's in the building.
Roro's in the building. He's in the chat. Shout out to Thank You Games. Shout out to all the fun stuff he is doing.
Sheesh. Our list of patrons is awesome.
It gets better. Yeah, it gets longer.
That is awesome.
So we got some more patrons
If you're
this
listening
week.
and you're not a patron, what are you doing?
Patreon.com/Media Interactive. Check it out. Everything we ever do goes there, too. It's more streamlined, all of our content.
Guys, I have some news before we start the campaign.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
The t-shirts are shipped. We're getting the
giveaway
t-shirts
t-shirts are
very
here,
soon.
or on the way here.
On the
That's
way
right.
here.
So are we going to wear them?
Yeah.
And then they will
Yes.
see them, and
It's
then we will draw a winner from patreon.com/Media Interactive.
gonna be crazy.
Get their shirt size, then order them one.
Yeah.
And get it. to
Easy.
them.
That's it. That's the process,
That's
man.
hype. That's so fun.
You guys are going to see
I'm
the
excited.
t-shirts live. It's going to be great.
I
T-shirt
designed
reveal.
the first one. He designed this one.
It's going to be a fun time.
Collaboration at its finest.
Yeah.
Andrew, let's jump right into it.
Campaign time.
There are 6 story missions I want to go over. But first, I want to preface it with another Twitter poll we did.
Dude,
so
Twitter
much
polls.
fun. And this one only lasted a day. I meant to make it longer like the last one. But I asked to you lovely people, how do you feel about Halo Infinite? Comment with your why. And the choices I gave you were 1, I'm excited. 2, I'm a little skeptical. Okay? And then 3, I'm unenthusiastic. Right? See the little frowny face.
Yeah.
And then 4, PlayStation for life. Right?
You put that option.
I feel like that's a spectrum.
Yeah, it is a spectrum. Which is a lot of people. 20%. Sorry, I spoiled the results.
No, no, it's fine. I mean, would you like to just read them now?
38% say I'm excited. 27% say I'm skeptical. 15% I'm unenthusiastic, and 20% PlayStation for life.
Overall, people are excited about Halo Infinite. I did not
skeptical.
think that was the case.
Well, I mean, I think that if you throw in the word Halo, the majority of people in a room would say, "Yay!"
Right, but I don't like that. I think that's dumb.
Why?
Halo 5
Yeah.
wasn't great.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like it's on the downward.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that it's hard because with a long-ranging series like Halo, it's hard for me because there's been so many good titles that maybe one bad egg isn't so bad. I mean, you guys might have different opinions in the chat if there are multiple missteps you think that Bungie has made, 343 has made with Halo. However, I believe that most of their games have been successes, and Halo 5 has been a step back for me, yeah, for sure, but I'm still looking forward to. And I know there's like a huge player base for Halo Wars. It's not my type of game, but I wouldn't say it's a bad game. So a lot of so I just feel like, I mean, I agree. Like, how long are they gonna milk this? But at the same time, like, it'd be like if Star Wars had a bad movie. You know, you kind of still want to see Star Wars movies.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think
I resonate with that.
That's kind of where I'm at with Halo. It's like, Halo 5 was but also it's Master Chief. Like, I'll still get excited.
No, that's true. I'm also realizing me making two options. One is I'm skeptical. One is I'm unenthusiastic. Those are kind of the same thing.
They're kind of.
You could be both.
Yeah, that's true.
That's on me, kids.
That's okay.
But anyway,
that's a good
people are
poll.
mostly excited, and 20%. I think we had over 50 or 60 votes. PlayStation for life. So
PlayStation for life.
There you go.
If you're in the chat, are you excited? Are you skeptical? Do you not care?
Yeah,
at all?
Xbox was in the chat. How we feel about Halo Infinite? It's still probably 2 years out, but.
Do you guys have any crazy theories about what it is? As I pointed out in my comment to the poll, Halo 4 had a great campaign and Halo 5 had a solid multiplayer. Yeah, exactly. I think you put it out well, Daniel. I think that's a really good.
Oh, Daniel is in the chat. Okay, good.
Halo 5 Warzone is really fun. And then, of course, our PC boy says, "Yo,
if it's PC,
hell yeah." Hey, man, we're out here talking about consoles. You're talking about, but I'm gonna wait until it goes on sale. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Yeah. I mean, also, like, it would be cool, though, if the next Xbox, like, new gen launched with Halo Infinite. That would be pretty dope.
Right, and I think that's going to happen. And then their whole Stream Cloud Project X thing, who knows? All bets are off it. What's going to happen.
Daniel says, Infinite is definitely poised to become 343's Halo 3, and it's confirmed on Windows 10. Halo 3, that is
He's confident. He's confident. He was the one that I got in a conversation with on Twitter.
Wow.
He knows his stuff.
I
hope he's right. I really do.
Halo 3 is the first multiplayer game I ever bought. And it's, I mean, that's my game.
That's
so
big time.
If we're talking about Halo 3, we're talking about big things.
I hope he's right.
Hope you're right, too.
Andrew, 6 story missions, okay?
Jeez.
The first 2 are a little bit more real.
Wait, that wasn't a story mission?
No, that was a preface. Yeah,
wow.
I had to preface it with the
That's
Twitter
great,
poll
man.
from the previous week. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Click on this article. You actually don't have to if you don't want to. 2 things. The first 2 story missions on the campaign, Andrew, are like tying into the real world. I know it's kind of like, blech, like why are we dealing with all that stuff?
Yeah.
Only one of them is sort of politics related. But this first one, BBC News reports that a fossil shark is named after an 80s video game. And they named this shark Galagadon. Because its teeth are shaped like the, 4-pixel rock, like, spaceships.
Yeah.
From the video game Galaga, where you're scrolling left and right and shooting bullets up at the cute little aliens.
Wow.
I thought that was cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a little heartwarming.
Shouts out to video game community.
And let me
naming a shark.
And think about it this way, right? Like these are big time people. These are paleontologists that have done well.
Yeah.
And they're inspired by their upbringing.
Yeah.
And naming things after Galaga, the video game they grew up on.
The kid's going to go to a museum.
That basically means 20 years from now, all these pansies are going to be naming animals after Ninja and, Fortnite.
Dude, get an Arthur Morganosaurus.
An Arthur Morganosaurus. That's definitely going to be a thing, Andrew. That's great.
Man.
That's great. But, yeah, and literally, that's it.
That's it.
There's nothing.
Story mission done.
Check. And it's like it's like the beginning of the campaign where the missions are pretty easy.
Unless
and
it's
just
Red Dead and
quick.
It's
If it was Red Dead, we'd be here till 4 a.m.
Thankfully, it's not Red Dead.
No, it's not.
Intro.
But let's move on to a little bit more a political leaning article. Best video game system of all time? ? CNN Politics reports that Ocasio-Cortez, she's a U.S. House Representative, votes for the Nintendo 64. Okay, she showed off her, and I quote, showed off her knowledge of video games and ability to connect with people using non-traditional methods, LOL, during a surprise appearance on a live stream of an online video game fundraiser. And at this fundraiser, they ask her about video games, and she says she loves Donkey Kong 64. She grew up playing Super Mario 64 and Pokemon Snap, I've never heard of that, with her cousin, and she called the Nintendo 64 the best console of all time. Now, she has made waves in social media presence, basically because she's the only U.S. House of Representative that knows how to identify with social media and us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Is that just kind of a throwaway article that's meh, or is it kind of cool?
Pinto says, does she still play? I mean, yeah, she probably plays Fortnite on Nintendo 64.
And I bet you no.
Yeah.
I think this article, I was ready for the article to like show me something cool about like, if she said like, I have a secret comic book collection, I might vote Democrat for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
But I think she was
Yeah.
You know, she picked a version of herself to go with at this fundraiser.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she seems to know her stuff though. Like she didn't just say
she did name arbitrary 64 titles.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like that gives me a little bit like, oh dang, you know what you're talking about.
Man, everybody has video game stories.
Yeah,
talk about it.
Yeah,
it's the whole point we're doing this.
Yeah,
but I thought that was cool.
Halo 2 was the first game I ever played. So like, yeah, those memories. We all have those memories of video games. Man, whether you're House representative or you're on our YouTube chat right now. Oh, he also says I wouldn't mind if it lasted till 4 a.m.
Who said that?
Seth. You were expecting him to say
that. Yeah, I know.
We need more gamer girls, Pinto says. Yeah, we do.
We do need more gamer girls.
But there is a lot out there.
I'm trying to get my sister to just become a Twitch streamer. She's Asian. We adopted her. And she's female. She's got so much going for her.
She does.
She doesn't even have to be good at games.
Yeah.
She would already be on the up and up.
Yeah.
She's very not on the same page about that. But anyway. Yeah. Moving on, Andrew, story mission number 3. This is something I wanted to bring up with you.
Let's do it.
Resident Evil 2 remake
Sheesh.
is a buzz.
Okay, so can I have a quick confession? Yeah. Up until like 2 hours ago,
didn't know what it was?
I thought it was a new game. I didn't know it was a remake.
Okay, that's less embarrassing than what I thought you were going to say.
Like, I watched Angry Joe play the demo.
Uh-huh.
And I was like watching, I was like, wow, it looks like a cool game. And he's like, wow, I used to play this. And I was like, what?
How does that work? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was confused. Yeah. Oh, wait, quick fact. Seth says actually 45% of U.S. gamers are female. That is interesting.
How do you know that?
He knows. He knows all of this stuff.
Like, what's your pool size? What's your sample size?
All of U.S. 45% of U.S. gamers are female. Yeah, if we can get a fact check on that, but that's a big fact.
Maybe on PC. Right.
There you go.
But
also I guess like Twitch is huge. Like,
yeah, I mean there are
people make
gamers out there.
Twitter statistic, he says. So okay. Twitter, I don't know.
Hey, that's fine. Cool. I'm on board. I'm on board with that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Resident Evil 2. Yeah, so that's my quick confession before we talk about the game.
No, that's good. That's good. If you're watching live in the chat, what is your experience with Resident Evil? Mm-hmm. Because I have none.
Yeah. And
this game came out in 1998.
Yeah.
Which means it was barely a game.
Yeah.
It was a moving newspaper cartoon, basically.
Yeah.
But IGN has given it an 8.8, GameSpot has given it a 9, and people love it. And I watched the trailer. They did this thing called a one-shot trailer where you have 30 minutes to play it no matter what you do, and then it locks you out and says, please buy the game. I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
And it looks super fun.
Yeah.
So I was intrigued by it. I don't think I'm going to get it, but man, it's hard not to.
Yeah. Roro says none at all, but the remake looks awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why, part of me is like, I could be very easily convinced to try it.
So this is an interesting moment for me because I've never purchased a Resident Evil game, but on the 360, one boring day, I think I was just like, what do I do? Yeah. I downloaded a Resident Evil demo. I'm not even sure which one it was.
Yeah.
And it was a demo, and I had the most fun ever. And I never bought the game, and it's so interesting to me that this timeline of like the demos back out, it's like it kind of hits like a memory point of me because I remember doing this with the 360 and like loving it. And so I don't know, like it actually, it's like a fun game. Like, I mean, it's been around for a while and it doesn't get a lot of credit, but as far as like, I'm not really good with horror games. I don't love but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And it's like actually a pretty fun shooter to play.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I found when I was watching.
Yeah.
I was watching Kind of Funny do a Let's Play and I was like, this is not Outlast.
It's kind of like Tomb Raider.
Like Tomb Raider-ish.
With zombies.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is pretty cool.
So I'm watching that game 10 times more closely than I thought I would.
Yeah. Daniel says Resident Evil 4 is my favorite Resident Evil game. The 2 remake demo is really good though, so I'm excited to play the full game. So it sounds like you played it.
And that's what I've heard is 4 and 7. Everyone's between 4 and 7. I think 7 was a very recent one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the consensus I've seen in the community, in the industry. Yeah, but people are freaking out about it, man.
That's cool.
I think that's cool. That wasn't even on our radar that it was coming out at the beginning of the year, but I think it's a very good time.
And it speaks to what we talk about like why aren't more people doing demos like that?
And just throwing out your old games.
Yeah.
You already got your old games sitting in your closet. Throw it out there.
Yeah.
I think that's
more companies I think should do full trials of games like that. Just give a certain amount of time with the game, brilliant. No matter what you do.
That 30-minute window is so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. It would sell me.
Because we were talking about on our podcast multiple times, we were just like, why can't companies just give me an hour of the game, or a couple hours?
Well, and it's what they do at E3 demos and closed doors, showcases.
Yeah.
But the only reason they don't do that with everyone is because they can't travel around and set all that up. But the world is so digital, like just throw it out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could surprise tweet, hey, for the next 2 hours, you could play this game for free.
And that would be so good.
And they would get so much press and congrats for that.
Yeah.
And they do free weekends sometimes,
Yeah.
Rocket League is free, or Rainbow Six is free this weekend. And people latch onto that, man. It's so cool.
So Resident Evil, making waves. Do we have a release date for that?
It should be this Friday.
Oh, it's like soon.
It's nowish. Because IGN posted, are you looking it up?
Yep.
IGN posted their review, GameSpot posted their review.
January 25th, that is coming out.
That's Friday, yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow.
there you go. And that's what I'm saying is we'll get to it later, but I'm playing the Anthem beta this weekend, so I can't exactly splurge on a Resident Evil game.
Here's my wish list. Game Pass. Shouts out, please.
There's no way.
I mean, no,
There's never a way.
I wish list is a please.
That would be so awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I would wet myself because that's just not a thing at all.
That'd be incredible.
Story mission number 4, Andrew. This one's different. Okay, and how about I just read it and then you give us your classic Andy reaction.
Let's do it.
Nintendo Switch games taste terrible.
Yeah, that's wow. I've got nothing for that one.
You've got nothing for that.
I've got nothing
so here's
for
my
that.
question for you, and I'll expound. I want to know from you, after I explain it, whether or not this is genius, ironic, or simply meh.
Okay, genius, ironic, or meh.
Okay. Now let me explain it. Nintendo Switch games are still cartridges because they're living in the 80s, right? But they're so small and thin now to fit in your Nintendo Switch, so they have coated them in a bittering agent. They have sprayed them with something nasty. So if you lick it or try it or get it near your nose or mouth, you're repulsed by it. So children don't eat it or choke on it, but I was joking on Twitter that maybe they just don't want people eating their Mario Karts. Is it genius on their part to coat their game so that no child can run into that problem? Is it ironic that they can't just do what the rest of the world does and ditch cartridges? No one goes around eating Xbox games because they're not big enough to fit in your mouth. Yeah. Or is it meh? Like you really don't care? Like the story means nothing?
I think that that's actually kind of tough. Like I feel
answer in the YouTube chat. Do you think it's a genius move, ironic move, or meh? I think it's ironic, but you go first.
Seth says, "Who found this out? How many people had to lick?"
That's what I'm saying. I found out via a live YouTube thing that went viral of this mom like, "Oh, it does taste gross." I'm like,
interesting.
Like, what is happening?
I think for what it is, probably genius. I think that probably the idea of them sticking with cartridges probably just meh. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you said ironic. Like, explain that a little bit.
So it's ironic because they're going to great lengths. Oh, I wish I could come up with a metaphor on the spot for it. It's like, hey, here is a dangerous sword that we're going to give you, but we're going to put a styrofoam sheath over it. Yeah. Why give the sword to the child in the first place? These games need to be digital, or they need to be discs. And I know the Nintendo Switch that's never been a thing. Yeah. But it's just so funny that they're still dealing with that. Yeah. Because their first ever cartridges were the size of children. Yeah. So Nintendo is really living in a world where they're going smaller and smaller and smaller to where you still use micro SD cards that cameras use to run your games. Yeah. I think it's ironic that they're like, here is our revolutionary. They're going down. They're being revolutionary down a wrong path. Yeah. Now we'll coat it in a bittering agent so it tastes disgusting. I want to be in the meeting and say, hey, can we back up a second? Let's just not have kid chokables be our games. Yeah. And then just run that by, Yeah.
Pinto says on the same boat as Andrew. I think most people are just kind of like, eh. Yeah, I mean, like, so I think that, like, there's definitely a nostalgic aspect of it, though. Like when you go to buy a game with your dad or your grandfather, potentially, or your old uncle. Right. All three of those people can see that cartridge and say, like, wow. Yeah.
But, I mean, that jaunt is this big. So, I mean, it is genius to what can we do to this thing to make sure it doesn't go in a kid's mouth. Yeah. That's fine. But it can't be healthy to even... No. The way Nintendo makes news, Andrew, is different. They're a little different.
They're just different.
If there was a parent that had 3 children, one was Sony, one was Microsoft, and one was Nintendo.
Analogy time.
Guess that should be a segment. Yeah, seriously. Guess which child would be stuck in the high chair at the far end of the table, being spoon-fed a different type of food, while the other children are growing up and pointing and making fun of it.
That sounds like Nintendo.
It would be Nintendo. Yeah. Okay. It would be Baby Mario sitting there pooping himself. Yeah. While the rest of the kids are out playing on the playground. Yeah. I love Nintendo so much, and that little baby, Andrew, it's still a cute little baby. You still love it, but you also know that it's not capable of anything. Yeah. Nintendo is so weird. And I felt like that was newsworthy. I've never had to do that in my life. Put that in our story. Here's a story mission. Nintendo Switch games taste terrible. That's the world we're living in, Andrew. It's Tide Pod era all over again.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Pinto says, I think if they ever go 100% digital, they should send posters out so you have something physical, like something is cool about having 20 games lined up on a shelf. We can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. But Destiny gives you emblems. A lot of people will give you a wallpaper.
Yeah.
I'm fine with a HD iPhone lock screen. That's or like that. It would be the way I would rep it.
Yeah.
Over, I don't know. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely something to say for like a case of game disc. I think also like also like thinking about like it's probably not that great for the environment of like creating all of these discs all the time. So like if all three companies were just like, we don't need these anymore, let's go digital, I feel like a lot of plastic or whatever would be saved. Yeah.
And just GameStop is about to be bought by somebody, and GameStop is potentially going to be no more. GameStop is what drives those hardware sales. Yeah. Game hardware is just you don't even think about that anymore. Yeah. That it's a dying medium. And you go to GameStop, you get all these posters and foam fingers and all this crap that doesn't even really matter, and you're just like, good grief.
I feel like it would be a cool pre-order incentive then for games, as like now pre-order incentives is just like a new skin or like a new costume, but like if there's no physical copies of a disc, like say a pre-order incentive was like you can get a poster shipped to your house like that. I feel like that would be a really cool way to
it would be cool, but practically like putting in mailing addresses, and like you'd buy a digital game and then you have to plug in your mail address.
That's true, but if it's like Amazon, everything's
I guess that's true.
Lauren Williams says, hi from your biggest fans, Hannah T and Lauren. So we got the biggest fans here.
You are supposed to be planning small groups. Stop making me blush. That's so funny.
You are blushing.
I'm sure I am. She's very,
we got their biggest fans here.
She's very pretty. No, I think that's great. But here's where I'm at, Andrew.
Yeah.
Competent adult. Why can't Xbox games and PlayStation games taste good?
Wait, what?
You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
If Nintendo Switch games taste terrible so toddlers don't swallow them, and I'm getting Blu-ray discs in the mail still, they should at least smell nice or something.
We should test that out. You guys want to see me
go
eat
get your
game?
Disc. Go get your
right.
Disc
I'm not eating a disc on stream. It comes with a scratch and sniff every time you... Actually, though, there is kind of a nice smell to getting a new game. Am I the only one who thinks that?
I liked... there's a little plastic cover on the disc. It's fun to tear that off and like
just kind of
fresh.
Like,
yeah,
nice.
That's good. But I have been doing more and more digital games, so
it's just nice, man. It's nice to preload, but anyways.
Well, and it helps with impulse buys because you're just like
done.
But
easy.
Anyway, all right. Let's. This is big. We're gonna talk about Fortnite here in a second.
Fortnite.
But Andrew, the Division 2 will be different in the best of ways. But is it good enough for us? I added that last part.
Yeah.
IGN talked about the 7 biggest changes coming to the Division, and they're all good. Okay? And I didn't actually list them out. I just want to summarize a little bit.
Sure, go for it.
Vast environments. That's one. Okay.
So these are changes. These aren't just like
these are it's different from Division 1.
All right.
New York was one environment.
Sure.
Right. Classic PvP, dark zone changes, reliable progression, etc., meaning player balance, competitive advantages or security of your player. So basically here's my gripe, okay? Division 1, you're locked based on your skill in the dark zone. You can't play with your friends if they're better than you.
You were super frustrated.
Tommy McVeigh is better than me and played more Division than me.
Yeah.
And it's my birthday, I have the Division, and I say, oh, I'm so excited to play with Tommy. And there's a red wall I'm bumping into, and then it says, you're not high enough level
to play. You're not
good
enough, Caleb.
Right. It's embarrassing, right? So this game is different, okay? There are 2 types of dark zones. One is like Call of Duty. You're thrown in, you just go.
Yeah.
It's balanced. Even good players are balanced down.
Yeah.
And then there's a separate dark zone that is your gear matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as like some of the Destiny game modes are like that or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's great. That bodes well. The vast environments thing, and it's DC, so I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
There's a park it's like Roosevelt Park or something.
There you go.
So there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of forestry, and that's not what I thought of DC, but there's like in the government buildings, in and out the government buildings, on the mall, it's wide open.
Yeah.
Which is cool to think that the story could send you in all these different ways.
Very cool.
If you play the Division 1 and you're live in the chat, did you enjoy New York? Are you excited at the idea of DC being a different... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different thing. But Andrew, those are all so great. And I read it and I was like, dang. is it good enough for us? You can answer your own, but for me, no. I don't care.
So in the context of is it good enough for day one? No, not at all. Not at all. Now, is it good enough for maybe an impulse buy at the end of the year? Yeah. I honestly would say yes because I think
maybe.
around Thanksgiving, I think around Black Friday, I think around Christmas, having a player base test that game, saying it's as balanced that I could jump in later. I think that was honestly one of the biggest things from keeping me from Division is because I heard about that and I didn't get it day one, so I was worried about jumping in.
Did you
late.
hear about it from me?
Yes, I heard about it from you and a couple other people that had the game.
I was so upset.
But I think if they definitely do that well,
Division is definitely a wait and see game. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're totally good. Yeah,
for right now.
No, I mean, I definitely. So I think that right now where Division sits it's my impulse game of the year.
Impulse game of the year.
That is my.
I like that. That's a good answer. That's fine. And I tell you what, if you get it or our friend group gets it, I'd be more inclined to try it.
And my bottom line is actually just preference. I just prefer space fantasy.
Yeah, over the real.
I don't other than Call of Duty. I don't want to actually shoot a person. I don't know. I'm
No,
not
I get that.
crazy about that.
I get that.
It's not as entertaining to me. I don't like.
And again, Red Dead is so real, but it's linear,
and it's
it's not
Cowboys,
multiplayer.
And it's
not multiplayer.
Yeah, right. And it just feels a little bit different.
It has online. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you because this
still
is
fantasy
like you're
aspects.
entering a world.
Yeah.
You know, like Anthem is going to be that. And
Yeah,
it's going to be.
Whereas Division is
so
like
great.
just go to DC and it's kind of just like I don't know. It doesn't sound that interesting.
And Anthem comes out mid-February. Division 2's first week of March. Again, I want to be still playing Anthem.
Right, exactly. And that's another part of the impulse buy is if I'm still playing Anthem, there's no way I'm delving 60 hours into Division because I'll be 60 hours into Anthem.
No. I lost my glasses.
You threw them over there, remember? You said, I don't need these. I don't need to see. So
sorry.
I'm taking over the show. Here we go. My segment is called...
Honestly, I'd listen to a podcast of just you.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, you're back now. So Division, Impulse, Game of the Year.
Impulse Game of the Year. I like that.
Sticking with that.
Andrew, speaking of Anthem, I get to play the beta this weekend. There's
You
a
get
side
to play
quest.
this
Side
weekend?
quest real quick. I want to talk about Anthem. Yeah, because I pre-ordered.
What?
And you're going out of town, so you're not even going to be a part of it.
It's crazy.
But, yeah, I'm very excited to try it, man. I've seen enough gameplay to get super hype about it.
So have they... I mean, I know it's like a lot of people have played it, but like, do you know what segment of the game you're playing yet? Or no, not really sure?
I know it's not... they're going to throw me into it.
Okay.
It's one of the missions kind of simulated, I think. So I'm excited to do that. I think I get to pick my javelin.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to do that. That's the main thing.
Oh, Pinto says stream. You might want to stream
And
that.
that's what I want to kind of ask is how should I... and I'm asking you more so than them. Hey, guys. But
Meeting time.
Close your ears. Do you want me to stream it?
I think that'd be fun.
Okay. Meeting adjourned. Okay. I'll try to stream this weekend.
Okay, so here's the question. This is a yes or no. Is this a pet peeve to you or not? They released that none of your progress follows up to the game. Does that pet peeve to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'd be upset.
It made me... No, it is. That's the way it is. And it makes me really upset. And that's a pet peeve to me.
Wait.
It's confirmed.
Let me back
100%.
up. It is confirmed that everything I do in the beta
worthless.
is not...
But you get an item.
But... what you do in the beta might not be substantial.
Correct. That's
fine. If I'm grinding hours and hours in the beta and then it doesn't progress, I will be writing a letter. A handwritten letter.
What do you mean?
If the beta I was actually getting from level 0 to level 20, and then it doesn't go over.
Oh, so you're saying it depends on what progression you do make in the demo?
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, it's a 10-hour demo. I feel like that's a.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be doing stuff all 10 hours.
It said it just wipes. Everyone wipes at the end of it.
Yeah. You know what, Andrew? You couldn't even have told me that. I could have been happy for at least 2 more weeks.
I honestly saw that and I was pretty upset. I don't know.
That's helpful. That's helpful.
They say you get something from it. It's not that big of a deal.
No, I want to try the game though. That's why I'm doing this.
No,
and I want to pick a javelin.
Yeah.
Because again, Andrew, if I start that game at launch with a javelin and then I'm progressing, I'm not gonna want to. I don't know how that works. If you can just switch.
Or, I think it's like Destiny, like character. Like
okay, then you could probably switch, but you'd have to upgrade their own abilities.
Correct.
I want to pick Interceptor and love it and be good with it. And then main point of this beta, especially for me because I'm not super good, is just like then I can be good day one. I can know what I'm doing.
Day one. Roro says that makes sense since they drop you in. I think they drop you in at set level like 15 to 20. That makes sense.
About starting, you mean?
Like for the demo, they start you in not zero.
Yeah.
They start you in
I think you're right.
Set.
And that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then that's fine.
That's fine.
If it started at 0 and I felt like I was grinding, then I deserve it. But
I think the best way they do it is they just let you kind of explore and do something that because I don't know, it would just make me mad if I had to repeat quests in the game, you know.
No, I can't deal with that.
But I mean, it's exciting this weekend. Like that's this weekend.
That hasn't hit me yet at all.
It starts, I think, Friday morning and Sunday night. Like I think it's like Friday morning. It's
Looks
called.
like I'm coming down with the flu.
And I wonder
Thursday
if it's like you
That's
get
a
to a
joke.
point and they lock you out, or like what? I don't know what they're.
I bet it'll just you click on it Sunday night. It says thanks for playing or something. But I'll find out. Andrew, where are you gonna be?
I'm going to Richmond.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool.
So you have fun with that, and you'll be streaming. I'll be watching. I can watch. I'll watch the stream.
Ooh, you can watch.
I'll be trolling you from the backgrounds.
Don't troll me anonymously, please. Be you and say hi.
I'm always me, man.
And you can still handle the chat. No, I'm just kidding.
I love that.
No, I'm not gonna put. I
love you guys.
Any job.
Is anyone else pre-ordered the game in the chat?
Anthem, how do you feel about it? Hit us up. We'll talk side quests if you want. But Andrew, let's get to the main story mission. And the final one of the evening.
Story mission.
Fortnite of Thrones is the name of this podcast.
I like that
Andrew.
name. I like seeing that on YouTube. Fortnite of Thrones.
So here's my little heading for this article that I stole, and I will give them credit. Fortnite update is significant and timely. Significant in the sense that a lot of stuff goes on in this new update to Fortnite. Timely in the sense that it ties very closely to an impending TV show premiere.
Ooh.
I'm going to go to PC Gamer here and read a little bit of this update. Fortnite's Ice Storm event, and I quote, brings huge changes to the map, and you and I saw these changes.
Huge changes.
If you're in the chat, are you still playing Fortnite, A? And B, did you enjoy the live stream thing? Because every time after seeing the purple cube, just I don't really care. But anyway, apparently it was cool. Silas said it was cool. We know the map is entirely snow covered and icy and snowman.
Foggy and
it is foggy. You're so right though. That's what I wanted to talk about because this article did not mention it was foggy, and then we just played.
Can't see anything.
Very foggy. The Ice Queen, Ice King covers the entire map, and then there are zombies again. Ice Fiends. It's basically the Halloween update is now the winter update. It's all iced over.
Yeah.
That's big time.
Yeah.
But it's Andrew. I mean, tell me that's not Game of Thrones.
Seth says, nah, Fortnite fell off. I mean, it's...
Amen to that.
It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's timely.
Yeah.
If we can steal that.
You could say it's timely.
Seth says, Minecraft is where it's at. Yeah, we're going to do a Minecraft-only podcast. No, just kidding. Here's what I think, Caleb.
Yeah.
I think Fortnite is done in 2019, and I think that this is their first sign of them trying to cling on to something.
It's so funny you say that, because everybody's saying they're still going to be strong.
Nope. Not me.
I hope you're right. I'm so done with that game. It's the worst. It is the worst.
Kind of is.
I work with middle schoolers a lot, and I love them to death. But, man, they have no identity outside of that game.
Nope.
And it's not even that fun. I'm sorry.
Basically, what Epic can do to save their game, in my opinion, save the world for free, launch a game that's more than just Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Put more effort into the creative mode.
Seth in the chat says Minecraft Hunger Games. Guess what? When you were still getting potty trained, Andrew, Matthew, and I were playing Minecraft Hunger Games. Because there was a mod for Minecraft. I don't know how old Seth is. Maybe he knew how to go to the bathroom. 14? He might have been. I mean, it was 2012. So anyway, Minecraft Hunger Games was a thing. Do you remember that? Do you remember what we would do with Aaron and all that stuff?
Roro says, I got into Fortnite for about 15 minutes for the event, and then I fell off.
Exactly.
Again.
You do want to go in. They're good about releasing an event that makes you want to, be there. But I never stay anymore. I never stay.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy the battle pass. I don't want to stay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're eagerly waiting for Seth to trash me in the chat.
Seth said, whoa, Caleb, you need to calm it down. So I was watching that happen live.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not buying the next season pass, whatever, Battle Royale pass, whatever. I'm done.
We should make a pact right here live that we're done.
I mean, I'm probably going to play again, but...
No, yeah, I'm going to try it tonight.
Mentally and emotionally, I'm
going to play it tonight for hours. But I hate
Wait,
it.
Pinto says Ninja played Sea of Thieves today. Fortnite is dead. But I mean, I feel like Ninja does that sometimes, though. I mean, that's not...
Well, I think Ninja is gonna not pass away, but I think he's gonna die too. I'm not all about him. I
mean, he's not that entertaining. But, I mean,
I don't.
I don't know if that's a hot take anymore. If that's a hot take, sorry.
He's so big and famous, but there's so many nice and personable, like smaller,
like media,
and like they're interacting over media together.
They do a podcast,
and maybe it's like a perfect balance.
Huh.
Like a co-host is also talking with another co-host about what they love.
No pink hair.
And maybe it goes beyond, a video game podcast. Yeah. Like it was called, like 1, 2, or 3 or X, Y, or Z.
Shut your mouth.
But they also, Andrew, could do something like Podcast Remastered.
Yeah.
Once a month, Andrew. We talk about TV, movies, music, faith,
Heck yeah,
anything we want over at patreon.com/Media Interactive. So our patrons, who can be $1 or $3 a month donors, get all sorts of perks, including the T-shirt we talked about earlier on.
Pinto's just been naming streamers that are better than Ninja, and I mean, like,
just give up. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can copy and paste tons of names in there. Ninja,
So
Ninja and all
what
that.
the heck is happening with Fortnite? Who freaking knows?
No
we were
one
just
knows.
talking about Sea of Thieves. Pinto brought up a side quest, which we can go on.
Side quest, let's do it.
Side quest, Pinto said, and I looked it up,
Uh-huh.
Sea of Thieves has a huge resurgence on Twitch streamers after a bunch of new content, balance to the game. It's making a huge resurgence on Twitch, which is interesting. I mean, how do you feel about Sea of Thieves? We haven't talked about it for a while.
So I don't play it. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I didn't when it came out. I had a 2-week free trial, so I
Yeah.
avoided $60. It was not worth that at
Yeah.
the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool to see Microsoft, and even with Master Chief Collection, they like release a game and then prove it to you later,
Yeah.
which isn't ideal, but it's kind of cool.
It's the Destiny format?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I think we're seeing more and more of that. And so I love that that's a thing. I hope it does get big. It is fun to watch
Yeah.
exciting parts of that game,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm more inclined to watch YouTube clips snipped together,
Yeah.
highlights.
Well, because it's a slow game. I mean,
mean,
you're sailing, you're
and
walking,
that's
you're
where
swimming.
Twitch appeals to me and Fortnite. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I can watch. Oh, how many people are left? Okay, I'm done watching.
Yeah.
Or Ninja's got 8 people left to kill. I'll just watch whatever.
Yeah.
But see, at these, I'm like, am I be watching this guy
For
hours just to steal a banana or whatever?
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of good content there, and people do enjoy it. And
Yeah.
the co-op is cool. I've heard stories about it.
Yeah.
Where it's super sweet.
That's cool.
Can I throw out another side quest, Andrew?
Side quest.
Metro Exodus is
Yeah.
apparently a game.
Yeah, it is.
And it's apparently a series. Metro Redux or Redux or something.
Redux.
There are other games.
there's like
I have
3
never
at least.
played a Metro game.
Yeah.
To our listeners, have you played a Metro game? What do you think?
Yeah.
Because does that mean anything to you? That game?
Yeah, I
coming
mean,
out?
I think so. Like what IGN has said, and I think a couple other people have said is like, is this going to be the game to bring Metro into the mainstream? And I think that's where a lot of people sit with the Metro games. And I've played, I haven't bought in one, but I've played it, and it's kind of it's a huge like intense survival game. Like you'd never have ammo, and that always pissed me off because I'm really like. I'm pretty bad at sometimes when it comes to conserving ammo and just not wanting to light everything up. And when I get, it's kind of like when I get with like potions or stuff, like you just end up hoarding stuff because you don't want to lose it. And I just never enjoyed it because there was too much risk. But it is, I mean, it's a slow-paced survival horror kind of game. I think Metro Exodus has showed a lot of just like, more, like it's flashier, it's bigger, it's a little bit more mainstream, as what they're saying. But
yeah.
Honestly, I think the best. I hate to keep beating this dead horse, but I think the best way it sells is on Game Pass. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
I agree, and I
don't think it's gonna do that well. But
we've been hyping up Game Pass for a while, and it's time. It's time to start launching games to it that aren't just Xbox.
yeah,
And I just don't know how they're gonna do that or what they're gonna
Yeah.
do. But there's a lot coming out, Andrew.
yeah. Daniel says the first Metro I thought was good, not fantastic or anything, but Metro Last Light I thought was incredible. The atmosphere, the tension, the survival aspect. Yeah, I mean, I think you got it right there. The tension is there. I think they nailed the tension of like you don't have anything and you have to like scrounge things to make guns, to make ammo, all of that. I think. So I think they have potential. I think that I'm not sure they don't have any other like multiplayer or anything. I think it's just a single player game.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And I think it's probably another one of those. Someone gets you a $40 gift card. You don't know what to do.
Try Metro.
Try
yeah.
Metro.
And they did like a bundle of all the older games.
Yeah.
Once. They're always cheap.
Yeah.
I thought about it,
Yeah.
but it just sneaks up on me. Like
Yeah.
we've been focused. Kingdom Hearts comes out in a week, Andrew.
Oh man, I'm counting down that. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
I'm
I'm
excited
getting
for you.
super
I'm not excited for
stoked.
myself. I'm excited for you.
Oh man, just like Toy Story, Monsters Inc., like Big
Yeah.
Hero 6,
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Like
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, Roro says in all caps, I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm so Roro. Next Tuesday, I will be playing. I got a Amazon pre-order. I'm gonna try to do it right at midnight. Play a little bit, so I podcast. No spoilers, of course. But I hope you get to play it too, so we can talk about it.
That'll be
live.
the topic next week for sure.
And then you will have played Anthem, so there's a lot of new games to talk about next week.
That's
but
a good point.
Kingdom Hearts in a week. So like, just the simple fact that it's been 12 years since Kingdom Hearts 2 is insane.
That's ridiculous.
Is insane.
That's ridiculous. I was a 10-year-old boy.
Yep.
I was
12 years.
I was a child.
12 years for this game. Like, what is in this game?
I was closer to being an infant than I was to my driver's license.
Yeesh.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Kingdom Hearts, man.
I
back.
am ready. I want to
back.
fight with Mickey
And then
Mouse,
there's I think it's an open Anthem beta, February 1st through 3rd. Anybody alive under the video game sun can play Anthem, I believe. Because I get the pre-order beta this weekend, and then the next, it's Super Bowl, right?
Everybody,
Super
everybody
Bowl,
gets to play. Yeah,
Super Bowl weekend. Yeah,
First weekend of February.
So, friend me up on Xbox Live or do what you got to do. And we can play Anthem together after I try it.
Yeah. Do we have any more side quests?
I don't see anything else worth throwing out. The EA Star Wars thing, I almost want it to unravel a little bit more before we talk about that.
I almost want just people to get like unrealistically mad about it
without
any
and we
information.
can talk about that on Remastered. Like Star Wars and me, there's no quick entry into that. I can't give you a snippet.
Seth says Anthem on PC. I believe it is.
It is. Oh yeah.
I believe you'll be fine. I don't know about cross-platform.
They want. Wait, is that what we looked at?
No, that's Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I don't think that Anthem is.
I don't think that's.
Mortal Kombat 11 reveal happened. If you're really stoked about that, let us know. I watched a little bit of the live event. Funny enough, played the last Mortal Kombat game on Game Pass. With Daniel and Noel, and we had a blast because none of us knew how to play.
When did you do that?
It was like a couple weeks ago,
Okay,
whatever, a month ago or something. And none of us are good at fighting games, so it's just fun. It's not, it's not fun when you play Smash or a fighting game with someone that's really good. But if you got a bunch of people that like just suck,
are trying to figure it out,
it's so fun.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat is so fun. And watching the Mortal Kombat 11 reveal was pretty cool. Graphics, it was crazy. Seth says, I'm a guy with Kenshi. Come at me, bro. I will get wrecked. So I'm not going to. But it's fine. But they were talking about Mortal Kombat might be cross-platform, and we were just talking like this. Hopefully, is the wave of just kind of what you said, last week, and I kind of shut you down. But I hope that it is the start of everyone just falling into suit, cross-platform it up.
It's now the number one question on upcoming games. Will it be cross-platform?
Will it be cross-platform?
If I can play these other games with my friends, can I play this one? And then developers are going to start mandating that.
Yeah.
They're going to start, like Bungie, that can now publish their own game and say, hey, we're making Destiny, keeping Destiny, and selling it ourselves.
Yeah.
Cross-platform's coming, man.
Yeah.
It's the storm. I think it's what the Ice King Queen is bringing to Fortnite.
What?
Cross-platform play, because they're leading it, right? So it's like Fortnite says we have cross-platform play. It's symbolic, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I was so confused.
No, I'm not saying legitimately in Fortnite. I don't care about Fortnite at all. I'm just saying,
isn't Fortnite already cross-platform?
It's symbolic.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Of the industry.
Do you think there's ever a day where I can play with Switch people? Is that a thing?
yeah, already.
Oh,
Wait, for Fortnite, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can play
cross-platform.
Switch?
Yeah. I've been doing that.
Wow.
It's hard
Wow.
to play on a Switch. Picture those stupid little Joy-Cons when you're trying to play a
Sheesh.
competitive shooter.
Yeah.
Mario Party. That's what I like to stick to over there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Andrew, that was an awesome show, man.
That was a good show.
Do you want to outro anything? I know T-shirts are coming, so I think next week we'll be wearing T-shirts, talking about
Hopefully,
Anthem.
I'm gonna check the shipping on that.
Talking about Anthem, talking about Kingdom Hearts. It's gonna be super good. Please subscribe to our YouTube if you haven't already.
Do it.
Thank you so much for watching live in the chat. Follow us on Twitter at @MInteractiveXYZ. We do Twitter polls and giveaways and all sorts of good stuff.
And if you listen to this later, hey, thanks for listening.
Thank you so much.
On your busy life.
Even the guys watching live on YouTube now, check out the HD audio version later. You can recap this. You can see where we shouted you out. Your thoughts are now in podcast history forever. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Daniel says, nice show, guys. Lots of good stuff.
Dude, Daniel Prindle, you're the man.
Good stuff,
we
boys.
love you. We
guys,
love you.
Thank you for your chat. Your chat makes this show a lot of fun. Caleb makes this show a lot of fun. You guys are all awesome. And next week's going to be so hype.
Next week's going to be hype, Andrew.
Watch you come back here and be like, Anthem sucked. And then I'm going to be so sad. So don't do that. Don't do that.
I won't do that. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
That won't be. I have faith. Much love.
Peace.
And keep on gaming.